Welcome to my second blog entry. This week I'm going to discuss some recent current affairs and then we'll go on to a brief summary of the week 4's case study, which was about the Coca-Cola scare in Europe. So something that you might have seen popping up on your social media networks is the image of a red box with two parallel lines. This red equal sign is the emblem of the Human Rights Campaign, the biggest civil rights advocacy group for lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender Americans. This sign of the changing times for marriage equality spread right over the nation via people uploading it to their profile pictures on Facebook, onto Instagram and even Twitter. It was quite interesting to see how little information was attached to this image, but to see such a favourable response in supporting this campaign. So something onto a more serious note was the headline that North Korea has announced it's entered a state of war with South Korea. So as we all know, the two Koreas have technically remained at war since 1950 Korean War, but the North has now declared that they will attack on US mainland. Personally, I find that the Western world has grown accustomed to ridiculing North Korea's boisterous talks and threats to attack the South and defeat the Western capitalist imperialists. So this could explain why the US is taking the threat so lightly. But with the recent changes in the status quo, I think it's perhaps time that the Americans reevaluate these threats, especially because North Korea's government doesn't act like a rational US government would. So on to the case study of week 4. So in short, this case was about how different cultures and societies react differently to perceived threats. Cultures high in uncertainty avoidance and power distance tend to react more strongly and quickly. An example of a high-scoring country is Belgium. This is where the case was set, where school children became ill after consuming Coca-Cola. And all products were pulled and recalled. Whereas a low-scoring countries such as Denmark, Norway and Sweden, no actions were taken against the Coca-Cola scare, as these nations are similar to Coca-Cola's cultural norms in power distance and uncertainty avoidance. So that's all we have time for this week. Thank you for listening.